Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Janiece. I'm here with a very interesting video which I hope will be very helpful to you guys. Before I talk about that, I just want to talk about this wig that I have on. It's from Luvme Hair. I've worked with them a couple of times before. I always love their hair and this is no exception. So it's a glueless wig. You do not need any type of glue to wear this wig. The hair also came pre-plucked, pre-bleached, pre-cut, pre-parted even. It was basically ready for you to put on your head and go. And it's such a great thing because it's so beginner friendly. If you're new to wigs, if you are not skilled with the gluing and the cutting and all of that, this is such an easy way to start. Overall, this hair is 24 inches and it has an HD lace. One great thing about glueless wigs is they will not hurt your edges, okay? That glue is not going to pull your edges off, and it also serves as a protective style. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I lost weight, how I hit my weight loss goal in the span of 6 months, and I'll be sharing all my tips. I posted about this journey on my Instagram and so many people were interested, so many people wanted to know more, so I decided to make a long form video to kind of break it down in every little detail. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and let's get right into it. I just put the hair on and I've just clipped it back and I just wanted to show you guys. The lace was pre-cut as I mentioned earlier and it looks very good. So before we start, I just want to give a few disclaimers. This is my journey, my body. It doesn't mean it would work for you. I'm not an expert. I don't want you to think I'm trying to give you the best advice out there. I'm just sharing my experience, and if you decide to try these steps and it works for you, great. So the first thing I want to talk about is how we got here in the first place. Now, you guys know I sat here and I made a video about how I gained weight not very long ago, and I spoke about my weight gain journey, the process, and I gave all my tips and advice and all of that. And now I'm making this video about how I lost weight. Oh shit. Damn. Let me take it back to the beginning. Now, I have never been like an extremely skinny. I was never like an extremely skinny kid, and I was also never like an extremely chubby kid. I've always just been like, I don't know, I've gone through a lot of phases since I was a kid when it comes to my weight. Like I spoke about in how I gained weight video, I lost a lot of weight in a very short amount of time that it was very concerning. Like everyone thought like something seriously was wrong. Like I went to doctors. It was just very concerning how much weight I lost in such a short amount of time. And that was when I started my weight gain journey. So that was when I started it all. That's how I was able to talk about things I spoke about in the how I gained weight video, because I really wanted to gain weight, and I did gain weight, and I was really happy. I was very proud of myself when I gained weight. And even at the point where I made that video, I believe it was like in July or June or July of last year. So it's been almost a year since I made that video. Even at that point, I was very happy with the weight I was at. But I gained too much. That is just the truth of it. At least in my opinion, I let myself go because I wanted to gain weight. And even when I was satisfied with the weight I gained, I just kept gaining. So in October of last year, I just came back from holiday. I went to Ghana on vacation, and you know how vacation is, okay? I just gained so much weight, and I was the heaviest I've ever been in my 22 years of life. When I came back from Ghana in October of last year, I really noticed all my clothes like barely fit. Everything was like too tight. I had to order new stuff. Like I could see it in my pictures. I was just like, when did this happen? Also, I stepped on the scale and I weighed 73.1 kg, and it was a shock to me because I was always fluctuating in the 60s. So to hit 70s, I was like, what's going on? So that was when I made the decision, it's time to lose weight, girl. Okay, I made the decision that I wanted to lose a little bit of weight, and which brings me to my first step in this journey: make the decision and set a goal. I won't lie, I've thought about losing weight before then, but that was the moment that it really hit me hard, like, girl, this isn't you need to lose a bit. Aside from that, let me be honest and say insecurities also played a part in this decision. When I went back home to Ghana for that vacation, like, I saw my aunties, everyone was telling me, oh my god, Janiece, you've gained so much weight, My grandma was telling me, Janiece, what's happening? Why have you become so big? She said I'm trying to think of the word she used. I think she said I'll become round or something like that. And it really played on my insecurities. I can't lie. I'm very, very sensitive to my weight, so my insecurities did play a big role in me deciding I wanted to lose weight, which isn't the best example, but I'm being honest. We're being honest here. So one of the first things I did was take pictures. I can insert some of those pictures of my weight at that time. I took pictures to kind of have a reference point to go back to, and I checked my weight, I took my measurements, all of that, and then I set a goal. Personally, I used like my planner on my iPad, and I just decided, that wasn't like the end of October, almost November, and I was 73 kg. I decided by my birthday, the end of February, I want to be 65 kg. That was my goal. And to be very honest, when I set that goal, I thought it was a bit unrealistic. I didn't think I could do it, but I did, and I did even more than. Now at this point, I was already in the gym. I've been in the gym since about 2022, and when I even started the gym, I was gymming to gain. I was trying to gain muscle and gain booty, all of that. And then when I made this decision, I started doing a lot more cardio, stuff like that. But I realized I needed something. The gym was not going to be what made me reach my goal. So I went on TikTok and I searched how to lose weight. And this is how I came across calorie deficits. Before this, I had heard about calorie deficits before. I didn't really take it serious. I would see people on TikTok talking about how they are counting their calories and this. Honestly, I thought they were just doing too much. I was like, what's going on? It's not that deep. But this time around, I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of videos. I wanted to find out more. I wanted to find out how I could do it in my way. So after I felt like I had done enough research, I decided I was going to enter a calorie deficit. And the first thing I did from there was go on Amazon, and I bought a food scale to allow me to be able to weigh my food and basically measure my calories. So when it comes to calorie deficit, you have to do your research, okay? You can't just watch this video I'm making. You have to go and do your own research, learn what it's about. The first like 2 days, I was eating normally like I would. And then I kind of tried to track those calories to get an idea of how much I was eating in the first place. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to take about 300 of those calories off. This isn't a rule of thumb. You have to decide for yourself how many calories you want to take off. Honestly, I ended up even doing more than 300. 300 was what I decided in the first place, but I did more. A lot of people assume being in a calorie deficit means eating like once a day or fasting. That isn't what it means. Personally, I ate 3 meals a day. Okay, I ate 3 meals a day, but I reduced the portions. So yeah, that's basically how I was able to stay in my calorie deficit. Another thing I did was, like I said before, I was calculating everything in the beginning. The amount of rice I use, I would weigh it, calculate it. I would weigh my oats. I would weigh, sometimes I even weighed the oil. That is crazy. but I did it in the beginning. Like, I was very dedicated to do it. Even with my spices and stuff and things that I couldn't weigh, I would always compensate for that. So maybe in my final calculation of that meal, I would add maybe 25 calories, so 50 calories, to compensate for the few things that I wasn't able to weigh. One thing that is very helpful if you're a type of person that makes the same meals, kind of like, for example, breakfast, I have maybe 3 breakfast staples that I rotate through. So I wrote down those calories, I wrote down the measurements and the amount of calories. I didn't have to do that calculation every single day, but because I wrote it down, I only needed to weigh the ingredients and I knew how many calories those were. So that is just like a tip. If you are starting a calorie deficit, write down your measurements for specific meals. Aside eating low calories, I also cut out processed drinks, sodas, juice, coffee, even tea. I didn't drink any of that. For the most part, I was drinking water. Obviously, there was an exception here and there when I would go out with my friends, like to a restaurant, whatever. Someone that drinks a lot of water, so it wasn't that big of an adjustment. So yeah, that is also what I did. I don't think I really restricted myself too much. The only restriction was in the portions. Now, growing up in Ghana, we eat a lot of food, guys. We eat big portions. Like, the portions of rice I'm used to eating from growing up in Ghana, right now I eat like half of that portion and I'm good. I don't know why we eat such big portions, but because I grew up like that, I was used to these big portions. So in the beginning, it was a bit hard. Like, I felt like I was hungry. I felt like it wasn't enough food. And I would also try not to eat like after 7 unless I was working till like 8 or 9. But for the most part, I ate dinner by 6:30. So by the time I go to bed around 11-12, I would feel a bit hungry because I wasn't eating that much. But this was only in like the first month or the first couple of weeks. And it got better. My body adjusted. Your body will adjust to the portions you're eating and you will get used to it. Because even when I would try to even eat more, I realized I wasn't like hungry. I wasn't like I wouldn't say I was full, but I wasn't hungry and I didn't need to eat, so I wouldn't eat more. Another thing, I stopped eating till like satisfaction. Realistically, I don't eat to get that feeling of, oh, I'm so full. I don't do that anymore. I eat till I'm no longer hungry and a bit more. So I don't go through the day feeling bloated and feeling so full. I don't eat that much anymore. In terms of like sugar, chocolate, all that, I didn't really cut it out, but I did reduce the quantity. So I would allow myself to indulge maybe like 1 piece of chocolate after dinner, something like that, but I didn't cut it out completely. And I also reduced the amount of times I would buy food from outside. Maybe once a week I would allow myself to buy food, and even that I reduced the quantity. So usually when I buy food, it would be 2 meals. I wouldn't eat everything at once. Now, remember in the beginning I said I was in the gym? Yeah, I stopped the gym. I started this in November. The last time, as of today, the last time I've been in the gym was in January. And this was not even a deliberate decision regarding me wanting to lose weight. Exams were coming up and I was just too busy balancing school, balancing work. The gym just didn't fit into my schedule anymore. So I actually stopped the gym. But I will say, even though I stopped the gym, I was very active, because in this time period I got a job which demanded me to be very active. I would be standing, walking around for 5+ hours, and I worked about 3 times a week. So I was getting like my 10k steps in, so I was still active. So in terms of like workouts, routines and stuff, I'm not your girl for that, because I do not believe the gym contributed to me losing this weight, because for the most part I wasn't in the gym. I will go back to the gym next month. I don't have anything against the gym. Also, what is very helpful is when you go grocery shopping, this is what I did. I started being heavily conscious of what I was buying. So I never used to do this before. I would just pick up whatever, probably like the cheapest option. But this time, sometimes I did have to compromise the cheaper option for the low calorie option. I would look at the ingredients list and look at how many calories I'm buying, and I'll kind of compare products and different brands, and I would choose the one with the less calories when it was still seemingly affordable. Of course, it's not always possible but for the most part, that is what I would do. Like, even with chocolate, like, choose the low calorie option. And honestly, it's not even that big of a difference in terms of the taste and stuff like that. All these habits I developed not only helped me lose weight, but also helped with my skin. My skin got a lot better. I wouldn't say this is what has given me clear skin, but it did contribute to it, because all in all, I was eating better. I was eating healthier. Now that I've told you guys kind of the how, let me just give a few tips that were really helpful to me. The first thing is track your progress. Take progress pics at the beginning and then at the end. So I took progress pics when I made the decision to start, and then I took my final progress pics like a week ago or so. It's like 6 months later, after I was even way past my goal, and put them together, and then you would see how much progress. Because this whole time I've known I lost weight, but I didn't notice how much till I put the two pictures together. So that is kind of like a mood booster and encouragement to show you like where you started from and where you've gotten to. Another thing that was really helpful for me is every month I tracked my progress. So I can just quickly show you guys on my iPad. So this is how I did it. You can do it on a piece of paper, on your phone, whatever. But basically every month, starting from October till the end of April, so I was doing it at the end of each month, I would write down my overall body weight. So I started from 73.9. I thought it was even 0.1. I was almost 74. 73.9, and I ended at 61.7, and I hit my goal in February. I wanted 65 and I hit 64.5, which was a bit better than my goal. And aside from my overall weight, I was also measuring myself. So I would measure like my tummy, my thighs, my arms, because I wanted to see how much I was losing. Some parts dropped more than others. Also, I would advise you to only do this once a month. Okay, don't step on the scale more than once a month. Don't do that to yourself, because if you keep doing like every day or every week, you're not going to see that big of a progress. But when you give yourself time, you will actually see the difference, and that would encourage you to keep going. If you're someone that isn't good with like food or food habits, or prone to like eating disorders, I wouldn't advise you to do this, because it can be challenging. It's a process. For me, this isn't the end. It's still an ongoing process. The next thing I'm learning how to preserve my current weight. But it's a journey, guys. It's a process. I'm still learning. Don't be hard on yourself. For me, it was about 6 months. For you, it can be shorter, it can be longer. Bodies are different. Not everybody is highly influenced by their diet when it comes to their weight. Some people can eat whatever they want and they wouldn't gain and they wouldn't lose. But I just kind of wanted to share my journey and my tips in case it's helpful, because when I was doing my research, videos like these were very helpful, like personal experience. So I hope it's helpful to you as well. And I'm just so in love with this hair. It's such an easy put on and go wig. And as always, the details to this hair will be in my description box below. It's a glueless wig from Luvme Hair. So you guys should definitely check this hair out and check them out. They have a lot of other beautiful wigs. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video, share it, comment, do all of that. And as always, I'll be back with more videos. Peace.